Hey, Mike Marino here, and I am just on my lunch break on my 12-hour shift. Thought I'd give you a quick update. Today is day number 5 of my new health journey. I set a few new goals and I joined a program by Seam Land, so I'm in his mentorship program. And so yesterday I talked about wanting to get better sleep. So for the past 3 months, I've been checking my sleep quality and score because I wear a Fitbit, and I checked and it looks like it said my sleep score was 61, which is really bad, and that my average night sleep was 6 hours and 29 minutes, which is, could be worse. But it's something I definitely want to improve. And my consistency is all over the place. I mentioned that. So I talked about, and this is what I did the past couple of days, cutting out all stimulants. So not drinking any coffee unless it's decaf. Cutting out the caffeine. And also, I'm prescribed 20 milligrams of Vyvanse, which is for focus, and I have a lot of ADHD symptoms, and I've never been formally diagnosed, but my doctor recommended trying it, and it's been helpful. But at the same time, I want to experiment with not using it because it could affect my sleep, my heart rate. And so I like to have the option to not use it at all and kind of experiment. So I talked to my doctor about this. I noticed that 20 milligrams in the past sometimes is actually really helpful. But if I use it every single day, I notice my jaw starts to clench and I find it way harder to relax. And so I want the option to even experiment, maybe going a month at a time, not using it at all. So I decided for the past few days to not take any Vyvanse either, and it definitely helped with my sleep. So my sleep score for the past couple of days has been 79 and 81, so that's an improvement. And also the amount of sleep. So the first night, 9.5 hours, so it's almost like I had a little extra. But I was able to sleep a lot longer than usual, which is 6.5 hours. And the nights that I have the hardest time getting enough sleep is when I'm having a 12-hour shift like today. But last night I was able to get 7 hours and 50 minutes of sleep, which is, sometimes I only get 3 hours or 4 hours of sleep when I have to get up at 5:40, which I did today. Even if I try to get to bed early enough, I either end up staying up later or I just have a harder time falling asleep. And so, yeah, so far so good. This morning, I did have an energy drink that was 140 milligrams that I finished at around 8:30. So I decided I'm going to experiment and keep track of things, see how that affects things. Maybe this means I should try to stop caffeine altogether. It's probably, an optimal idea. But this morning I was feeling like having caffeine, and I convinced myself that, you know what, I'm going to track it and experiment and see what happens. What happens if I end up drinking it early enough in the day? And I stick with my routine tonight. I have another 12-hour shift tomorrow. Let's see if I stick with my routines and, don't drink any more coffee today, how much that affects me. So that's what I decided to do. Maybe I'll decide and I'll realize that it still affects me quite a bit, or I'll drink less, or maybe I'll decide to give it up altogether. So I'll keep you updated. I think that's enough for this video. So peace.